I don't know about you, I don't really want to smell a cat piss, so I thought I needed to change. Hi, I'm Chris, that running guy, and here's Leonardo the Rabbito. So you're probably going to hear noise in the background running around the floor, because that's this little man. You going to be good? Not really talkative, is he? But I suppose he is a rabbit. I knocked 1 minute 20 seconds off my 10k PB just by changing my diet. So why did I all of a sudden decide to change my diet? Well, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was coming back from my runs thinking, oh, the cats have pissed somewhere. Obviously we walk around the house, I'm sure I can smell it. Ends up it was me. My family pointed out, you stink of piss. And basically I thought to myself, well, I'm not weird myself. It's just coming from my sweat. What was happening is that I'm not taking on enough carbs and my body is actually using protein. And if your body uses protein, it releases ammonia. And that smells like cat piss. So I don't know about you, I don't really want to smell a cat piss, so I thought I needed to change my diet. So I had a look at, some various diets and stuff like that. There was lots out there that I wasn't doing. I was eating bad food, not really paying attention to it. My previous runs, I think in December I'd done a 10k. Yes, I was returning back from injury. After about 3 miles, just run out of steam. Breathing wasn't too bad. And then I ran a Farnborough half marathon, got to 9 miles. Yes, there was a couple miles early on where I went quicker than I should, but after the 9 miles, I just ran out of energy. I was breathing okay, but you kind of know in the back of your mind, you think, well, something's not right. There's that had to change. So at the Farnborough half marathon, Philly Bowden won the women's event in 1 hour 16 while on a training run. So she's an elite runner, looking to do a marathon in the next week. I asked her, I said, about the smelling of ammonia. I didn't put that smell of cat piss because no one wants to hear that. And we spoke about nutrition and she gave me some fantastic tips which I've taken on board. To say thank you, so she's got a YouTube channel, and to be honest, her channel is going to skyrocket. Fantastic female runner. They need more female YouTubers, and her videos are spot on. It's like she's been making YouTube videos for, years. They've got some comedy. So please check out her channel. I will put a link in the description and put a link at the end. So I went to the supermarket and pretty much went through the kind of list of the runner's diet. So everything from oats to whole wheat pasta to wholemeal rice, bread, peanut butter, broccoli, avocados, full fat yogurt, bananas, nuts. I'm sure I'm missing some stuff, but you kind of get the gist, and I will put a link to the kind of list on there. I tried that for about 2 weeks, and if you remember the video when I did 20 miles and it was a parkrun sandwich, I was only planning to just jog 4 miles there, do the park run, sub 20, and then run back and end up on about half marathon. So I run there, had a chat with a few people, run a 19:20, which felt quite comfortable while filming, and still planning to do a half marathon, but felt so good I ended up doing 20 miles that day. Didn't think anything of it at the time. You're trying this new diet, is it going to work, is it not? I don't know. So the London Winter 10k, didn't know what to expect. I put my half marathon time of 1 hour 29:46 in the VDOT calculator and said I was predicted to run a 40:33. Really wanted to run sub 40. I'd like to run sub 30, but we settled for sub 40. And so I went off the pace at which I'd obviously put in in my watch. I was able to maintain that all the way through. Yes, I'd run out of puff, a little bit because I was pushing myself to my limit, but I still had the energy in my legs. They felt good, and I felt like I had the energy in me to, continue to the end. And I was filming and ended up running a 38:50, which is, a minute and a half off, so a minute 18. And that sounds better. A minute and a half sounds better, but you get the gist. I put all this down to change my diet. It just seems too much of a coincidence that I've done the 20-mile run and I've not run out of energy in a race, because us runners know that when there's something not right. Everyone, listens and they say, oh, we've got to do carb loading. But when you go to the supermarket, you reach for the white pastas, but unfortunately, they're made of white flour. They're empty carbs, not nutritional. But if you go for the wholemeal stuff, obviously it's high quality carbs, very nutritional and slow release, and it's good for running. And a lot of the other stuff that I mentioned, like your nuts, broccoli, they have all sorts of stuff in there, because ultimately as a runner, it's not just the fats and the carbs that we need. You need obviously protein, fibre, sodium, potassium. All these things make the body work, because when someone mentioned protein to me, I thought that's to make, the old muscles bigger. But obviously I've not been having any. But that's the building blocks to your body. Even if we look at just the general curve, which I'm going to show you now, if we look at fats and carbs, which are the two main energy sources, if you're doing low intensity stuffs, then basically you're going to be using fats. If you're doing high intensity, you'll be using carbs. And, I've been doing a lot of more low intensity stuffs, and I was running up off there, and then races, not having enough carbs or energy to kind of keep me going. So it's kind of having the balance of the both, both of them. And that's why these foods, the rabbit's trying to break out again. If you don't have both of them, you're lacking in one, then obviously your body tries to burn from another source, hence why I was smelling of cat piss. So please, I don't smell of cat piss anymore, which is actually a relief. So this diet I'm going to continue with. You don't have to be as strict as me, having, the stuff I mentioned all the time. So if you like to mix it in with some of your other food, that's fine, as long as you're having the good quality stuff, maybe the day before a long run, the day after to replenish your energy, or the day before a race and the day after to do likewise. And, then maybe drip feed it into your daily, routine, because it's not, it's not the tastiest, pasta in the world, but obviously the more you have it, the more you get used to it. And there's lots of sauces out there and stuff you can make it more tasty. It's just I'm a bit lazy. And then use the things like bananas to have before your park run. It's a quick top up for kind of carbs, protein, potassium, or do peanut butter on toast. These are slow releasing energies that will help you out on your park run. Also, I need to touch on hydration, because the thing is with hydration, like most of us, it's kind of overlooked. So get yourself some hydration tablets that you put in water and they dissolve. Have that the night before a big race, have it in the morning, before you go to bed, have a hot chocolate, just to top up your kind of carbs and your sugars. And you can even have dark chocolate. It's all about having that kind of well-balanced diet. And I guarantee that after you've been doing this for, I'd say, 2 weeks, the next time you run, you feel you've got loads more energy, you'll be able to run further, longer, faster. So just give it a go, or if you have tried it, or if this is your diet, let me know your comments on it. And if you haven't, give it a go. What have you got to lose? You might get a PB out of it.